Harry and Dursleys at the Reptile House. Voldemort's been cast. Season filming schedule and more information on how they're filming. We've got a lot to talk about today, so let's go over it quickly. So first off, let's talk about the news of the first look at the Dursleys, where they're filming the Reptile House scene. So we see Harry, Dudley, Vernon, and Petunia. I think I've looked at the pictures. I can't tell. There's a lot of blonde women surrounding Vernon, and I'm not sure which one is Petunia. So maybe some more pictures will be released and we'll go over them. But we see Harry in his street clothes, his hand-me-down clothes, looks very early 90s, late 80s. So does Dudley. He looks like Biff Tannen if he were a child. So as a fan of Back to the Future, I like the look. He just looks like a butthead. And you see Vernon Dursley very clearly. And I mean, when I saw the casting for Vernon Dursley, I said he was going to be too good looking. And he definitely doesn't look like book Vernon. He doesn't look bad, like the bushy mustache and just a little bit chunky. And, you know, you got to think the book is from Harry's point of view. So most features that he is noticing of the Dursleys are probably over exaggerated. But the point of it is to have them over exaggerated as horrible looking people because they are horrible both inside and outside. So it makes sense for them to be horrible. But honestly, though, Vernon looks better than I think he should. So Voldemort has been cast. It was released. Voldemort has been cast. But we're not gonna tell you. Which I've been saying for a while. I think even if they do cast Voldemort, they're not going to release it because it is going to be kind of one of those mysterious, like, who is Voldemort? And they have announced that he's going to show up in multiple episodes, which I do find a little sketchy. Because having him show up in multiple episodes isn't book accurate. Unless they're doing a lot more flashbacks. But I still think the best reveal for Voldemort would be at the very end when Quirrell takes the turban off and you see Voldemort protruding out of the back of his head. I mean, that would be the best time to do it. But maybe there's a flashback when Hagrid tells Harry the story of how his parents died and we see Voldemort. Maybe not a full, like, showing of his face, but, like, covered in a hood and looking more shadowy. And then we get the full face reveal at the end of the season. But the two speculated Voldemorts now that I've seen are Cillian Murphy, which, all right, I'll give it to you. Cillian Murphy does pull off the post-resurrection Voldemort pretty well, just as his natural look. But I think he's a little bit too big for a 10-year series. He's more of a big movie star right now with, you know, Oppenheimer, and 28 years later, he's probably going to be a little bit busier doing movies to be tied up in a contract. But the other rumored casting for Voldemort that I've seen recently is Matt Smith. Matt Smith probably, it's a good chance that it's probably Matt Smith. The reason it would be a good chance that Voldemort would be played by Matt Smith is because he already is contracted with HBO doing House of the Dragon, which most likely the season of House of the Dragon that he is in the process of filming has already filmed, but season 3 of House of the Dragon will be his last season. Based on the story, it stands to reason that he would be free to continue working for HBO with the Harry Potter series and extend his contract for a little bit more money and have guaranteed pay for 10 years. Because unfortunately, as good of an actor as Matt Smith is, I am a little bit partial because I'm a huge Doctor Who fan, but as big of an actor as Matt Smith is, he's not a major blockbuster movie actor like Cillian Murphy, who would not want to be contracted down for 10 plus years. Whereas Matt Smith is used to being contracted down for a long period of time, as he was with Doctor Who, as he is for House of the Dragon. So I think Matt Smith would probably be a good choice. Although that chin, I don't know if Voldemort would have that chin. And as casting has begun, it has been announced that they are not only going to be filming season 1, but they are going to be filming season 2, which should allow a shorter time between season 1 and season 2. And hopefully by the time season 1 is airing, they will have started filming season 3, if not wrapping up on season 3. So I think they're going to try to get as much filmed as possible, as quickly as possible, to allow for plenty of time to be able to do special effects and more editing, to allow the story to be more perfected and no complaints that, oh, it's a little bit rushed, and that would allow them to do principal photography and reshoots if needed. The only issue with doing reshoots is they have a very limited window with the children, because if they wait too long before the season starts, they run into the problem of these kids look nothing like they did when we filmed these before. But they may have Disney's technology to de-age, so it might be easy to de-age a child a little bit if you already have their face. And it has also been released that season 1 and season 2 will be 6 episodes each. So if you want and have been watching my stuff on my playlist, make sure to put a comment, hey, I want to see a breakdown of the first 2 books in 6 episodes each, because when I did it for 10 episodes. So let me know if you want to see 6 episodes each, and we could probably break it down real quick and hey, here's an updated episode breakdown of how the chapters are going to be divided. So without further ado, make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more of this content, and stay marvelous. Knox.